Hello and welcome back to the Household of Faith. This is our homemade um, series of projects. Today I'm going to just share briefly with you how I make a plant hanger. I'm going to be uh, using it on one of the plants that I uppotted in a previous video. Now, it's not that complicated. This yarn here is 100% cotton and it comes in a spool like this and you see it. And let me just tell you that they now probably cost around $10. I've had this one for years and whenever I see them on clearance, trust me, I buy them because unlike most yarns, this is cotton. It will not stretch. It will not give like the acrylic yarns. Now you can make some stuff with acrylic yarn, but you just have to, be a little bit more careful with it. For some reason, this is kind of tangled. Don't know why. So I took the measurements before. The size pot that I need the hanger to fit is the pot itself is 8 inches wide and it is um, 7 inches tall plus the bottom. Okay, so that's going to be 10 inches. So I measured it at about let me see, 11 inches. So in increments. All right, now I got that untangled. You know what? There's always something. And let me just take this time while I'm getting this yarn together to thank you for coming and joining me today on the channel. Really appreciate you watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Visit our Facebook group, which is, we do have the Household of Faith. Under the Soul Raymond Ministries, which is our parent ministry, and we have the End Time Urban Gardeners, End Time Urban Gardening advice, hacks, tips. So we'd love to hear from you. I'm just kind of pulling this out because we're going to need 3 different sections. So I'm just kind of get it to make sure I have enough. Now I have to stop again. Okay, yeah, I don't know why that was tangled up like that. Okay, so I've already measured. So we're talking about each segment you should measure 11 inches. If your pot isn't that big, just measure the pot itself. I don't have any pot in here to show you. Okay, I can use this one that's behind me. It was a regular bowl I bought and put holes in the bottom of it and made it a planter. So basically, this one is 6 inches tall, so it's just a little shorter than the one that I was making. So you would measure 6 inches, and then you would measure along the bottom of the pot, halfway to the middle, and that is 3 inches. So this pot is 10. It's about the same size as the one I'm going to be using. So I like to do 3 segments of however long I'm going to need. So that is really going to be 33 inches or 84, okay, 84 millimeters. All right. So I've got the end here. And so basically, I probably have enough already out there. This is a quick thing. It doesn't take, with all that we have to do with it, takes about 10, maybe 15 minutes. So, all right. So that's going to, because you're going to have the ring, you're going to have the body of the pot, and then you're going to have the rest. So I'm going to give it 33 inches here, and we need to double that. That's one section. Okay. Then we'll just go ahead. You know what? I like to give it a couple extra inches. I'm not even going to play. Let me see. 22, 3. All right. I'm going to make that because I like to have a little room for error. Trust me. There's always mistakes to be made. Okay, and this is 2 inches. So here we go. One. I'm gonna make this 35 because we're gonna have to tie the knots. All right. I'm just gonna move that out of the way, and then we're gonna do this again. Okay. Two, and then one more time. All right, and then that's 3. I am not as concerned about them being perfectly knotted at the same spot. Not really, because this is just something that's it's an inexpensive thing. You may have to replace it if you put them outside after a while. So here we go with getting them here. All right, 2, and then here's the last one. This part of getting them straight is necessary, honestly. You do want to get this part right because, all right, and I know some of this is off camera. Okay. All right, so jump ring, key ring, a standard ring that you would buy to put your keys or whatever on. This is all this is. I get these from the Dollar Tree, and I can also get these from Walmart or anywhere else. They can be, they're very inexpensive, all right? So what we're going to do, we got them all together still now. We're just going to take this, we're going to loop it through here, a simple knot, all right? So you're just going to take it, put it through like this. I just take my fingers here, come back, grab that, and then we're going to pull it tight until it's got the lock. So this is the part where you want to make sure as much as you can that it's equal. Like I said, it's not that the end of the world if it's not completely equal. So then we just pull it tight. That's it. That is the first knot that's going to anchor this to the ring. And then whenever you get ready to hang it on any kind of hook. It's not that big of a deal. And the next thing we're going to need, and I forgot to get this out earlier, okay, to tell you, is some tape. It's best just to use some tape. There you go. And we can move this out of the way completely. All right. And so you can use anything. Tape is good because it will anchor it to the surface. And I'm just going to put it through here. And this part will probably be off camera. It's not that big of a deal. And I'm just going to tape that down so that as you tie your knots, they don't really move. All right. So remember, you got 3 sections of strands here. Okay. So just find them where they are together. These 2 are together. You can see it. These 2 down here are together. And these 2, no, they're not. It's, where is it? It's this top one and this one. All right, there we go. And it is important to get them straight. All right, so all we're going to do, the first thing is very simple. It's just going to be 3 sets of knots. I'm just going to put a knot here. And then we're going to put some more knots later. So all we're going to, and it's just a regular knot. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing, you know, dramatic. And here, so here's your first knot. All right. Now, you can just put that on loosely in case you make a mistake. Trust me. I sometimes have to re-knot it. And here we are here. Same thing. We're just going to tie a basic knot. Like I said, this is not macrame. Macrame, the knots in macrame are a little bit more complicated, and there are a ton of videos out there on macrame and tying knots. And I trust me, I have made some plant hangers that I did do the real macrame on, but for something like this, no, because I don't have that kind of time to show you. And let me just be honest about it, I'm not that good at it. So I have to watch a video, and sometimes I have to watch them a couple of times to figure out what they're doing. What we're talking about in the homemade or handmade is things that you make yourself, as the name implies. All right, so there we go. They're pretty straight. Okay, this one's a little off, so I can see that. So I'm gonna just adjust it. Like I say, it's not that big of a deal, you know. And I'm gonna be honest, when you're just starting out, don't fret it, don't stress it. Okay, so here are 3 sets of knots, and this is how we start to really making the planner. Just separate that. Go ahead and separate those because you're going to need to. And then we're going to take this one and separate this one. This is where we begin to make our plant hanger. All right. So we're going to take it, and remember the pot itself. Let me take this tape measure out, and I'm going to measure off about 3 inches for the bottom tie. All right, I know this looks a little wonky. Oops, it looks a little wonky. And I'm gonna put my nippers there. This is where the body of the pot is 11 inches. So your last knot should be somewhere around there. So here to here, this is 11 inches, okay? So I'm gonna take it down to about 7 inches, all right? Which is about right here. So this is where the first knot is going to be. And it looks like this should be on that side. Oh well, there's always something, you know? All right, so here, the first knot should be about here. And you're gonna take that part of the middle knot, and then you're gonna take this part of the end knot. This is where you're just gonna tie your knot, all right? So we're just tying a knot. Like I said, it's not that big of a deal. You want to get them as aligned as you can. True. But it's not the end of the world if it's not. So that's one. Then we're going to come over here to this one. And then we're going to take it, eyeballing it right about the same length. Okay? Tie another knot. No big deal. Now, and we're going to tie that there. One of the things that I do love about the age we live in is that you can learn how to do pretty much anything online. Somebody knows how to do it. Somebody's happy to show you what they know. And then the last one is the 2 from the outside, okay? And we're going to take that and we're going to eyeball it right about here. And this is our last knot for this part, okay? Here you go. Now we're going to, see, that's a little long. Pull that up a little bit more. And there, okay? So that's it. Now, I tied that on the outside. So, see how that's gonna work? Okay, now, then we wanna do the same thing again, all right? but we're not going to tie these two. We're going to do it. Okay, and see how these are there, that's there. See how they work? You want to make sure you're not tying the same ones again. So then we're going to take this. This is the last series of the 3 knots that we're going to do. Okay. I like the fact that this one has the blue in the top. So you can kind of tell a little bit easier because we're going to do the same thing that we did originally. And, oops, I'm going to move this up a little bit off the tape because now I need, come on. Since those were pretty even, I'm going to move this up, maybe off camera again. That's okay. It's not, we've already done this. I'm just moving this so that I'll have more room and just tape that down. All right, let's get this back in position. There. Okay, now, and here we go, yet again. Now this time, remember, I took this down to like 7. So we still got all of this room here. I'm gonna take this another halfway. Okay. This is gonna hit like the bottom of the pot. Tie this off. All right, come on. Yeah. That's how it is. I like for my, I like to have a second knot in the middle of the pot myself. All right, that's 1. And here's 2. And remember, I haven't tightened any of these up just in case it's not going to fit, because I am going to put it in the pot in it and see how it works. And then the last knot, just like before, we're going to put here. And I'm going to be honest, you know, as far as these knots go, the more knots you have, the more stable the pot will be. Okay. And there. So that's the last knot. And I would then take here, right about here, because we need, this bottom is a little wider. It needs 6 inches. So you can measure 3. I like 3, give it 4 inches to tie the knot at 4 inches. That would be about right here. And we're going to see if I did it right. Oh, no. So that's the final knot. Okay, so I'm going to take this up. Say, I know you can't see all of that. So what I'm going to do now, this pot does have a little something in it, so it's not that big of a deal though. Traditionally, this border, all right, it's going to sit in the middle. So we're going to put that there. And we're just simply going to pull this up and around it. Not being able to see creates a little dynamic, but boy, I know. I'm just trying to slide it in there. I know. Okay, so come on, let's slide this all the way. It keeps getting, yeah, I'm making a mess here. All right, let's try this one more tie. Well, let me untie the last knot first because I think this is where my problem is. Right, I know. If you say, "Oh, she don't know what she's doing," yeah, so looks like it, don't it? All right, so here we go. Here, okay. Let me make sure I made that wide enough to go around. Yeah. It shouldn't be over there like that. Here we go. I want to put that in the middle. There you are. There's 3. There it is. And then the 3. I know, right? Here we go. All right, so just briefly, I'm just going to tie that up like that. There we are. And we should stand it up here. Yep. There you are. All right, that wasn't so terrible. And it's finished. Now I'll go ahead and tighten it up, but this is what it looks like. Okay, I hope you can see that. All right, I know if I turn it this way, you can see it. See? Your initial knot here, then your first set of knots here, and look, they are actually pretty even. And then the second set of knots should hit the rim. It should hit somewhere around the edging of your pot. And this is a matter of just adjusting. But they should be right around there because you want the strength of that knot on there. And then, like I said, then I like another set of knots here. You can make this the last knot, but I like a second set of knots here so that it really supports the plant, as you can see. And then just the bottom. That is it. Quick and easy. Like I said, I make mistakes on these things, but it's very simple to do. Very simple to do. And it's the same procedure no matter what size your pot is. This is strong. This yarn is very strong. I recommend, they come in all kinds of colors. They're generally going to be variegated. Blues, red, green, peaches and cream. That's the first ones I got with peaches and cream. Whatever color you want, trust me, it is worth the price because pick a color that is uniform throughout your home or wherever you're going to be using it on. That is the best way. Now this is a solid blue, and I mix these two together a lot because the colors are so close. I'm almost out of this. I've made so much stuff with these two that it is just unbelievable. Well, that's all I have for you today. I thank you so much for watching us. Please like the video if you like it. If you don't like it, that's okay too. But leave a comment and tell us what you didn't like about it. I am not an expert at anything. I simply, if it's something that I want to do, I just learn how to do it. And I do the best that I can. The more you do, the better you get at it. Like I said, this is a simple hanging planner. Like I said, it is not even considered macrame. It's not. So give it a shot. Once you get the hang of it, yeah, you can probably do it in about 5 minutes, because you measured knot. You're going to tie about, 9 or 10 knots and you're done, okay? You have something to hang your plants on, to display them, whatever it is you want to do with it. If you want to do it this way, you can. This is my crocheting and knitting tool bag. You can actually take your needles, you can crochet up the length that you want. But you have to tie both ends of the crochet so they don't come apart. If you want it to look a little bit more fancy without tying a bunch of knots. Or like I said, you can watch a macrame video and learn how to do the macrame either way. So you do the cost of it is very inexpensive. By the time you spend about $10 for, and it's like 1,000 yards of one of these spools, or even the smaller little peaches and cream ones, they cost about, I don't know, $4 or $5. They cost more because you can get them in solid colors than these. All right. So by the time you buy this and you buy the jump rings, that's all you need. A jump ring and this. The cost, and let me just be honest. If you spend $15 on it, how much does a plant hanger cost you? Just one. So, and you can make an infinite amount with these. You can double the strands so that it's not just double like this. So the ones that you're working with are double. You can do that to make it extra strong. If you feel like this is not, for a heavier pot, it's okay. The one that I up potted, that plant is heavy. I've already put it in the planter, and which I did on video, and I you can look at it, but then I want to show the ones that I made. Okay, it's plain and simple. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this is something that you will use in your home, whether it's indoors or outdoors. It doesn't make any difference. Like I said, if you're using them outside in the weather, you will probably have to replace it, at the end of summer, or, if you live somewhere where it's cold and you don't have them hanging out. So you may have to make another one. But like I said, it's very simple, and you'll have all of this yarn, so that I'm pretty sure even for me, I could probably, a full thing, I could probably make a plant hanger for all of my hanging pots and have plenty left over. So it is very, very, very inexpensive to do. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. God bless you. And I'm going to just say a quick prayer. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to come before the people once again and to share something that's simple and easy and cost effective for us to make in order to make our lives more comfortable as we're dealing with our plants. So we're actually covering our gardening, and we're covering our homemade stuff here. As you have given us the ability to learn and to grow, we give you glory, we give you praise, we give you honor, and we thank you. God bless.